Thank you for coming back today, folks. We're very, very happy to see you and have you return to our wonderful event. And today we have yet another wonderful speaker for you. And her name is Chang. And I just met Chang a few days ago. I was listening to Robert David Steele and Sasha Stone and Caroline talk about this amazing event that they're putting together. But first of all, let me tell you a little bit about Caroline. Caroline started the Awake to Oneness radio show. She is the host and producer of that show, that wonderful show. She also has the Universal Oneness Alliance. She also started what is called the Kyle Foundation. And I'll let her tell you a little bit about that. And then we really want to talk about this tour that Sasha and Robert and you and so many others, my friend Sheriff Mack, I just interviewed him the other day.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so anyway, we're very excited to have you with us today, Caroline. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Clyde, for having me. I just am thrilled. I was just, when I got your email, I'm like, I want to be a part of this wonderful event. Thank you so much. Yes,
you're brightening it up. You're brightening up our event already. So
thank you so much. Thank you. Like you said, I launched Awake to Oneness Radio 6 years ago, 6 months after the transition of my son, Kyle, and it was just spirit. When I say spirit, it's an inner knowing, and it's something I've felt my entire life. I know when my higher self is communicating with me. And it was in the middle of the night where spirit said, just do it. And the just do it was, I was thinking about starting an internet radio show. At that time, I never even heard of the word podcast. So I didn't know what podcast, what is that? But anyway, so it was in the middle of the night, 1:30 in the morning. Spirit said, just do it. So I got up in the middle of the night, turned on the computer, Googled, how do you start an internet radio show? And also that same night, I Googled, how do you start a nonprofit foundation? Because I knew I wanted to start a nonprofit foundation in my son's memory. And Kyle, my son Kyle, the name Kyle was given to me. Kyle gave me his name before he was born. When I was about 7 months pregnant with Kyle, I knew I was having a boy, but I didn't know what to name him. And in the middle of the night in the dream, the name Kyle was whispered to me. And I believe, now I know it was him. He whispered the name Kyle to me. Yeah, and so I'm using that name as an acronym for Keep Your Light Expanding. So the Kyle Foundation is a foundation for people to remember who they truly are and to keep their light expanding. Beautiful. So yes.
Beautiful. Yes. And as I told you, I have a son. My oldest son is named Kyle as well.
That's true. That's true. Yes. And so I've been hosting and producing Awake to Oneness Radio now for over 6 years. But the great, I got to tell you, I don't think I told you this story.
Okay.
How I got connected with Sasha and Robert in this whole tour. It's the Arise USA Resurrection Tour is the complete name of the tour. And I could tell you the date. Again, this is spirit. It's all spirit for me. In January of this year, January 17th of this year, Spirit gave me a vision of a USA tour from East Coast to West Coast. And I live on the East Coast, so of course it's going to start in the East Coast to West Coast. So Spirit gave me this entire vision of this US tour. Spirit told me the tour was going to be live events and live streamed to the world, and the tour was going to also become a documentary. And the Spirit said it would be this summer. So this is in the middle of January of this year. I'm saying, all this sounds great. I'm talking to Spirit. I'm like, all this sounds great. I got up. I even started making a map of the tour and everything. I said, this sounds great. But this summer, how am I going to do this? Little old me do this summer. But when I get the knowing from Spirit, I'll question Spirit like that jokingly. but I started talking about the tour. This is before I never heard of Sasha Stone. I never heard of Robert Steele.
No
I
kidding.
started talking about the tour to my godchildren. I have 4 godchildren that are teenagers, and I started talking in February. I was talking to them about this tour, and I was one of my daughter sings. I said, would you like to go on tour with me this summer and sing? I did, literally. So and several of my guests, before I started recording, I would talk to them about this tour. So I kept that vision alive. And then I would say sometime in March, or early March, I heard Robert Steele talking about my vision on YouTube.
Wow.
I was like, wait a second. He's talking about my vision. He must get the same, we must have gotten the same vision. So I got to reach out to him. So I tried and tried. I could not get a hold of Robert Steele.
Right.
But I was able to get in touch with Sasha Stone. Sasha was a guest on my show. And after Sasha was a guest on my show, I reached out to Sasha. I said, Sasha, I'm really trying to get in touch with Robert. Can you connect me? I know you guys are friends. He's like, why? I said, because the vision he's talking about the tour, that's my vision. So I know I have to be a part of this. And so he's like, well, I'm the one you should be talking to. So that's how Sasha and I connected. And now I'm working directly with Sasha. I am the production coordinator for the tour. Wow. And yes, yes, it is. And it's just, I'm in heaven. Like I was saying to you before we started recording, I'm working more than I think I've ever worked in my life, but I am so thrilled. It's not like work at all. It's just when you know that you're doing what you came to this life, into this existence to do, money can't buy that feeling. Right. It's just no money in the world can buy, and it's even hard to put the feeling into words. Yes.
Well, I think it's amazing what you're doing. It's a Herculean effort. I mean, I do this event in Iowa every year, and I know what goes into organizing that event, and that's 7 different cities. Well, we go through a bunch of different cities, but we have 7 cities where we stay overnight. And we have 20,000 people riding across the state of Iowa. The logistics on that are amazing, but what you're doing is from crisscrossing the whole United States, from the Atlantic to the Pacific, and from the top down and then up and then down and then up, zigzagging up and down. I mean, I looked at that and I went, how are you guys going to do that? How are you going to keep the people traveling that long of a period of time to do this, and the costs involved too. So yeah, tell us about the whole tour.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you. Well, in truth, Robert and Sasha's vision was way bigger than the vision that Spirit gave me in January. So this is going to be a 50-state tour. Wow. 84 stops. Wow. Okay, starting in Atlanta on May the 15th. And then we're starting in the South. And so we're actually gonna do like a circle, because we're going from the South east to Southwest and going back, then going up the coast of the West Coast and then coming back. So we're kind of like doing a circle of the entire country, hitting every state. And it's 111 days, 84 stops. Wow. And we have some amazing speakers. I think many of them are going to be in your event right here. Some amazing speakers. Each stop, we have 5 coach buses, but we also, people that have RV that just want to join the tour, just travel with us. There are many people in their RV that plan to be with us the entire time. Wow. I mean, we have motorcycle, and I can't remember the name of the different motorcycle groups or gangs, or I'm not a motorcycle person. Sasha is. Sasha will be on a motorcycle, which is so cool. It's gonna be a celebration. It's
Now, are you going to have some speakers that'll fly in for certain events?
Sure,
Yeah.
We're gonna have different speakers. There will be some of the same speakers at all of the events that are traveling with the tour, but there will be a lot of different speakers coming in, and the great thing, we're gonna even involve the locals, because before we have the well-known speakers, we're going to have an hour of an event just for local musicians, local speakers, people in that area to hear their voice. So their
That's
voice.
very good. That's
Yes.
very good.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We're involving everyone is welcome. This is a celebration, but not only of America. It is, like my vision told me, it's going to be live streamed to the world. And after the tour, it will become a documentary film.
Wow.
So yes.
Yeah,
So
cool.
yes.
Now, some of the people that are going to be with you most of the time would probably be Robert, right?
Robert, of course. Robert and Sasha the whole time will be
The whole
with
time.
us.
And when
Yes.
Richard Mack
Yes.
will be there a lot of the time.
Sheriff Mack, yes. Also Lee Dundas.
Lee Dundas. Yeah, very
yes.
familiar. Yeah.
Yes.
And I actually tried to get her in my summit. So
okay.
yeah, she would. I really like her work. I've seen some of her videos.
Okay.
She's a bulldog.
I'll work on that for you.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. I'd like to.
I'll work on that for you. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And is Renette Sinum going to be involved?
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, she was a former mayor. You definitely want to contact her. She was a former mayor of Nevada City, who's running for governor of California.
She might be.
Okay.
There is someone that's running for office that is going to be with us on the entire leg of California. So that might be the person.
I bet it is.
Send me her name and all that information.
I will.
Just in case. But I did hear Sasha speak of someone that's running for office. I think I want to say governor, because I know that there's over 2 million signatures to recall Governor Newsom. So Gavin Newsom, yes. So I think she will be with us the entire leg of the California tour.
I bet she will be.
I think she will be. Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be real to me. And you and I had talked about this. The event in Tulsa.
Yes.
Was a shift. That was a shift, in my opinion, in a good way. A shift because the things that came out there. I mean, I watched as much of it as I could on video. I wasn't there. But I also talked to Ty Bollinger about it, who was there. And he said the same thing. He said it was so powerful. There was such a huge live audience and such a huge online audience. And the knowledge that came out there was really profound. And that the feeling level and everything. And as I was watching that day by day as it was going on, I could just feel a shift in my heart. And I feel like in the whole country. It was amazing, amazing event.
Well, what is so wonderful, again, Spirit told me March 21st of 2020, so last year, Spirit told me humanity's awakening has begun. I literally have been, what I say, in the 5th dimension for over a year, literally. I can see what's going on in the 3D realm. But I'm above it. I'm watching it from an eagle perch with joy, because I know the light has already won. So if we still have to go through the motions, but it's not a question of light versus dark for me, because the light always wins. The light already has won. The awakening began over a year ago, and millions of people are waking up every single day. Yeah. So I'm in heaven on earth right now.
Yeah, I agree. I've had like these visions at night where, in like dream state.
Yes.
Where I'll still be questioning, are we in the light? And I get the same answer. You're already there.
Yes.
I remember one night, very clearly, my question came up, could it be this simple? And the answer was yes, it's that simple. It is. It's there. It's there. It's just recognizing that it's there. you know,
Exactly.
and and kind of eliminating, having that doubt just kind of wash away out of your heart, you know.
Exactly.
But, you know, the way that this whole thing happened for me, the virtual summits I'm doing,
Yes.
the spontaneity, the spirit, serendipity, the synchronicity that had to happen for this,
Yes.
all these things are happening. The more synchronicity and serendipity there is, the more
Yes.
you know you're living in another dimension. Would you agree with that?
Oh, definitely, definitely. Like I said, I mean, I know the past year has been very trying for many people, but anyone, if you go to my shows, you'll see and I've been saying this since March 2020, I am in heaven. I am in the fifth dimension. I can see, I'm very aware of everything that's going on, and I send it love and light and healing, because all I can do is shine my light and share and love and light. Now, not everybody is it's funny, because back a year ago, when Spirit first told me Humanity Awakening has begun, the first 2 months, like say March and April into May, I was kind of trying to shake people away. Yeah. And then Spirit said, stop it. You cannot shake them away. Just like my awakening happened from, awakening is an inside job.
Mm-hmm.
I can inspire another person to awaken. Our book, our lecture can inspire another person to awaken, but the awakening comes from within them. It's their higher self. So, and not in truth, not every soul on the planet has agreed to awaken in this lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
That's their soul's journey. And I have no judgment about anyone's soul's journey, because we are all sovereign divine beings of light. We are all of the light. But some of we play these games, we play these roles. It's a dream of our own creation. So I have been sharing, but I did stop trying to shake people awake, because I was getting a lot of resistance. And I'm like, and the resistance that you get from others when you're trying to shake them awake, all that's going to do is lower your frequency.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
bring you back to the 3D realm,
Mm-hmm.
when you want to stay in the 5D.
Mm-hmm. So you just have to be the light.
You have to be the light and share and love and light, and never judge.
Right.
No judgment, no condemnation. You know that person is a sovereign being of light, whether they know it or not. You know it, and you see them as that, and you accept them for who, and love them for exactly who they are and exactly where they are. Because everybody on the planet, all 7 billion of us, are exactly where we're supposed to be at this moment. Everyone.
So let me ask you a question on that.
Yes.
So let's say you're challenging or you're in a conversation with somebody that absolutely thinks you are out of your mind, because you're working with people like Robert David Steele and Sasha Stone, and people that believe in freedom and believe that you know, all the things about the child trafficking and all these things, and they think that you're crazy and that you're a right-wing conspiracist and everything. How do you handle that person?
I just, with love, with love and light, I let them share. Now I find sometimes, now being a host of my own show, I'm a really good listener, but I find that a lot of people, not everybody's a good listener. So I'll listen to them. Now I've done this happened with my neighbors recently.
Okay.
I'll listen, they'll go on and on and on and on about how this is the COVID, so real, it's the blah, 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 blah. Oh, when I went to California and came back and I didn't self-quarantine, I was like, you can't, I don't wear a mask. Of course, I'm not going to self-quarantine. And so I listened and listened. And then and then I was like, okay, now can I say something? And as soon as I started to speak, I got cut off, and they were like, I don't want to hear it. I'm like, okay, I just listened to 20 minutes of you rant and rave about the propaganda that you listen to on the news. And when I try to say one sentence, you don't want to hear it. I'm like, okay, all right. I still send them love and light. And I don't treat them any differently. They know that even if I don't agree with what they say or what they do, I always treat them the same. I never change.
Well, that's good. It's not always easy, is it?
well, I think
Well,
it's
they
easier for
can
me.
get nasty, and you know,
Yeah.
my friend, a lot of my friends that are very, very left on and are just think I'm completely left. They get really nasty because they can't convert me back to,
Mm.
and you know, I like you do, you know, you just have to give them light and love,
Love and light.
and you know, I try to send them things, and you know, but everything I send them, they think is right wing, you know, crazy propaganda, conspiracy theory, you know, stuff.
You know
So
what? That's interesting when you say right wing, left. I don't even know what that means.
it's
I,
just
I'm
doesn't. Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
so non-political, and
Right.
people, I've put things on my Facebook, and people will call me, I guess, white ring. I don't know what, because I am so not political. I have no clue what even right wing, left wing means. All I stand for truth and freedom.
Right.
That's what I stand for. And for 6 years, I've been trying to inspire people to awaken to the truth of who they truly are.
Well, that's the key word though for
Yes.
them is
Right.
freedom. When you
Yes.
say freedom, then
Yes.
they think you're a right wing nutcase. That's the way. That's the way their mind works.
So there are actually people against the idea of freedom.
I guess so. I mean, it's pretty apparent. You know,
Okay.
that's not part of the agenda. You know, that the narrative on TV and anybody that talks about freedom, well, there must be, you know, right wing, you know, kooks. So,
Okay.
you know, it's
Really?
very interesting. But that I believe is just the media has become
Yes.
so good at dividing people,
Yes.
and that is their mission. That's
Yes.
their job.
And to lower your frequency, because everything is about
Yeah.
vibration.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
lower our frequency and divide and conquer,
Yes.
because that's,
Yes.
you know,
Divide and conquer. They've been doing it for centuries. Yes.
but they're not gonna, it's not gonna work, is it? We know that.
No,
Because
it's not going to work at all.
the oneness is reality. The
Yes.
reality is that we are all created from the same source.
Yes.
We all share really this, our soul is the same, it's the same stuff. It's the same,
Yes.
it's all the same. And
Yes,
so,
it is.
so our consciousness is the one and only consciousness that
Yes.
there is,
Yes.
that we share with each other.
Yes.
So we are all brothers and sisters. Every
Yes, we
single one
are.
of us. You know,
Yes.
the labeling is
Mhm.
all about people who want to control and divide. You
Yes.
know?
That's the only way we
yeah.
give them that control. We are sovereign beings of light. So
Right.
we are born sovereign. We are born free. And the only way we give away our freedom is when we're in a state of fear. When we think, oh, it's oh little me, I can't do anything. It's the government. I can. No, you're giving away your power when you think those thoughts. When you think, oh, little me, oh, I have no power. You're creating that by saying you have no power. When you own your power, it is yours and it can't be taken away. And see, they know that. They know they cannot take away your power. That's why they use the media. That's why they use propaganda to put you in a state of fear, because when you're in a state of fear, you give away that power.
Right.
That's it. They can't take it. We have to give it to them. So honestly, I say it's on us. You know, because we have to stand up. We have to know who we are. We have to say, no, I'm not giving away my power anymore. I'm owning my power and it is mine, and they can't take it. They can't touch you when you know who you are.
That's
they
right.
Can't.
And that to them is scary.
Yes.
And because then the matrix that
Yes.
they have put us into, and that movie,
Right.
by the way, is extremely accurate.
Yes, it is.
And
Yes.
you know, it's one of those things where they tell us what they're going to do to us,
Yes.
and then
And they have to. That's a spiritual law. They have to tell us what they're going to do to us, because we have to give our permission. So they tell us all the time what we're going to do, and we always say, okay.
Yeah.
We always give our permission.
And so they do understand karma. And then the way around the karma of what they do to us is that they're telling us that they're doing it to us.
Yes.
And so we're consenting. And they're
right. Well, the only way
yeah.
I'm sorry, don't mean to cut you off. The only way they can do it to us is we give our permission, because we are sovereign beings of light. They can't touch us unless we give it to them. So they're not doing it to us. We are doing it to ourselves.
Mhm. We're allowing ourselves to give them our power.
Right. They are tricking us. Now, I'm not saying they're using a lot of trickery,
Fraud.
and because we don't know who we are.
Right.
Once we wake up and know who we are, we're like, you know what? No more. No, no, goodbye. You're out of here. And that's what they don't want. They don't want us to wake up and remember who we truly are, because they have no power over us.
Yeah. Yeah. What they do is deceitful, tricky, fraud. You could call it all those things.
Right.
But ultimately, we allow it to happen to ourselves by not knowing who we are and being who we are at all times.
Yes.
So, yes, that's very, very enlightening. Sasha seems to really understand that.
Yes.
And
yes,
I really, I'd never heard of him until a year ago.
Okay,
And,
see, I never heard of him till 2 months ago. And now he's a brother from like another mother.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Now I
yes,
started listening to him about a year ago, I'd say.
Okay.
And I thought, wow, who's this guy? I've never heard of this guy before. But really spiritual, because as I've told you, I have a strong spiritual background. I've been involved with meditation for over 50 years. And meditation, prayer, spiritual growth of all kinds. And it's really something when you see how spirit moves and consciousness moves you when you let it. And it's really just like give and go. And I've had these experiences where I'm talking to a group of people and I just completely let go and let the spirit move me and say what spirit wants me to say. And it's really like it's almost like I'm not talking. It's like it's just coming through. I'm just becoming a vehicle for the divine to work through me. They're just saying being a tool in the hands of God. And that's really what it's just being a channel, being open to have the divine come through you. And if you can do that, it's letting go. It's what is it? The word? It's not sacrificing, but it's just surrendering.
Surrender. For me, I like the terminology allowing. Better. I like allowing, because we all have that inner voice. I've always listened to that inner voice even before I knew I should. One of the main times it almost yelled at me, my inner voice, my higher self. It was right after 9/11. My inner voice told me. Now, at that time, I would kind of watch news a little bit, but most of the time it was in the background. So I was in my bedroom making up my bed. The news was on in the background. This was 2 weeks after 9/11. My higher self yelled at me, said, turn off that news and don't ever turn it back on again. I knew that clearly and I even said aloud, why? I had no clue at that time. I said, well, but I was obedient. September of 2001, I shut off the news. I have not watched not 1 second of news since. So I haven't watched news in over 20 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, that makes it so much easier.
Yes.
To allow the spirit to come through you, because that vibration of what's on the news is just it's all about dividing.
Right.
Don't you think? Really, if you go and you listen, and what I do when I do occasionally go, and I very seldom do anymore, but every once in a while I'll just check and I'll go from station to station. It's all about dividing us. You can see it when you
and putting us in a state of fear. And keeping us in a state of fear and lowering our frequency. There's even a frequency that they broadcast that can lower your frequency. Put you in a state of fear and lower your frequency.
440 or 440 hertz or something like that.
Well, I'm not exactly sure which one, because it's like, honestly, the news, mainstream news is a CIA program.
Right.
Called Mockingbird. And that was discovered in the 60s. Mm-hmm. The CIA infiltrated the mainstream media starting back in the 60s, probably back in the 50s. And now it has completely taken over. All mainstream news is a mind control program. That's it.
I'll tell you when it happened, because it's by coincidence. This is an interesting story. My freshman year in college, 1968.
Okay.
Okay. January of 68. So it was just after 67. Vietnam War is going on. My
Okay.
English professor says to me, he says, you don't need to come class anymore, but I want you to do a research paper. Because they had us write something, and
Okay.
he liked what I wrote. So he said, just come to me at the end of the semester, maybe come and visit me once or twice and tell me what you're going to do and what topic do you want to do. And I just said, and I wasn't political then. I
Right.
said, Vietnam. I'm
Okay.
going to talk about Vietnam, the Vietnam War. So I
Okay.
started researching, and I went back to US News, Time, US Business, all those magazines. That's all it was back then. It was
Right.
two or three radio, television stations,
Right.
and then Lifetime, and about 2 or 3 other magazines. So I went back in the library and I started to go through those magazines and see what they were saying about Vietnam.
Right.
So I went back to like 1960, 61, 62, right? And they were, at that point in time, they were actually telling the truth
Yes.
about how the CIA was involved in Vietnam, and the CIA did this, and then this was happening there. And one of them came out and said, yeah, well, it looks like the CIA assassinated the South Vietnam leader, Diem.
Yep. Yep.
And then an interesting thing happened. Once we declared war, I was going through those same magazines, and all of a sudden, they were all of them saying exactly the same thing. It was all pro-government. It was all pro-war. Every single one of them.
Yes.
And I went, in my mind, I went, holy mackerel.
You saw it. You
This
saw it.
was, and I wasn't, like I say, I wasn't political then. But then
Right.
I realized the media is totally under the control of the government. And that switch was somewhere right 63, 64, somewhere in there. Kennedy had been assassinated.
Yes.
And he was going to get us out of Vietnam. That was all in there. And then all of a sudden, total propaganda from that point on.
Yes. There is even, I think still today, a video clip of where the CIA was in a Senate hearing, and the CIA literally admitted to Project Mockingbird, which is them infiltrating the news media. So that, and I think that video clip is still on YouTube. So it's, and like you said, it's in plain sight. They're not hiding anything.
Not anymore.
They never have, honestly. It's always been in plain sight, but because we believe the propaganda, we can't see it.
Right.
And they know that. They know that here it is in plain sight, but I want you to believe this propaganda. So you believe the propaganda and you don't see what is right in front of your face. That's exactly what this whole past year has been. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna feed you so much lies and so much propaganda.
So much fear and so much fear.
And fear, you won't be able to see what is right in front of your face. Right. This is what they've done. And this is what they've done historically.
This week was an amazing week because they keep pushing this vaccine narrative. And the number one pro-vax people, arguably the number one pro-vaccine doctor in the world, came out this week.
Okay.
And in fact, he's ahead. He's the program director for the Gates Foundation vaccine program.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about BOSSE, I think.
Yes, yes, I can't pronounce it. I remember.
Dr. Bosch.
Yes.
And
I saw that clip first on, I don't know if you watch The High Wire with Del Bigtree. I saw him first.
Yeah, Del Bigtree did an explanation of what doctor was saying and then showed the clips from what he was saying. And did a great job of explaining.
Yes.
This is killing machine. It's not just gene therapy. It's not just a medical device instead of a vaccine. It is literally a killing machine.
Exactly.
And a spreading machine.
Yes.
So the vaccine literally turns a vaccinated person into a person that is going to spread more disease and more viruses, and
Right.
will be dead within probably anywhere from a year to 3 years, because
Wow.
their immune system will be gone.
Well, here's the thing. I know there's a gym, and I want to say it's in New Jersey, where
New
he will
York.
not allow anyone that has had the vaccine
Yeah.
into his gym. And now that I keep hearing more and more about that, I'm actually starting to be going to start being leery of people I know that are vaccinated. And I don't, that's not me, because I'm like, I love everybody, but I'm like, I'm very holistic. I've not been to a medical doctor in over 25 years.
Me too.
I eat organic food.
Mhm.
I don't exercise as much as I should. But you can't get me to go to a Western medicine doctor. You'll never get me to take a pharmaceutical medication. I don't use toothpaste with fluoride in it. I don't drink water with fluoride in it. I use natural deodorant. I'm very holistic, very natural. And now that there are human people that are no longer 100% human anymore, because it is changing their DNA. What it's doing, it's artificial. It's not natural what's
Right.
in their body. I'm going to be actually leery of those people.
Yeah.
And I know several of my neighbors have gotten the shot. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's really unfortunate, but even with that coming, they're still pushing it. It's like,
Yes.
even a guy like that comes out, which is not covered on CNN,
Right.
not
Of
covered
course
on
not.
any, I don't know if Fox put anything out on it or not.
Right.
Probably, they may have. But this should be frontline news.
Right.
It should be shutting down all these vaccines right now until they see if this amazing pro-vaccine doctor is saying that needs to be stopped, and
Right.
others are coming. He's not the only one.
Right. Well, you know that Dr. Michael Eaton
Mhm.
from the UK, who is a
Oh
former,
yes.
yes, Michael, he was the VIP. He was a chief scientist and the VIP for Pfizer for 15, 16 years. So this is, he worked for Pfizer. He can tell, he's been saying, he's retired now. He's been talking out against this vaccine since day one. So, and this is the VP, a former VP of Pfizer. There's so many whistleblowers, doctors and medical professionals and scientists talking about, open your eyes, people. See what is
So many
right in front of you.
and then people with tremendous credibility. Dr. Tenpenny, as you
Yes.
know her, and she
Yes.
interviewed her, and I have.
Yes.
She is amazing. She is a triple certified doctor. She has over 20,000 hours in vaccines
Yes.
research and
Research.
writings. So I mean,
Yes.
and she's been warning about this, the whole year, and
Yes. Yes.
and they try to discredit her, and that's
Right.
what they do. So
Well, here's the thing. I didn't really know too much about this vaccine stuff until the past year. I knew immediately when this whole scam started, the end goal was to try to force vaccinate the world.
right.
But I didn't know too much about, because my children were grown. But my daughter was diagnosed with MS in 2003 at the age of 23 years old. And I'm like, how did something like this happen? And now I know for sure, and this is just in the last year, me doing my own research on that childhood vaccines. And she was vaccinated. She was born in 1980. So she was vaccinated in the early 80s. But I know for sure that it was her childhood vaccines that caused her to have MS at 23 years old. Now at 40, she's 40 now. She's been in a wheelchair for the past 5 to 6 years. So, and I know it was vaccines. So, so now I know that I am a parent of an adult vaccine injured child. And I just discovered that this past year.
Right. Yeah, it's really sick.
Yeah.
It is. So that's what, back to the light, because that's where we want to end this, right?
Yes, of course. Oh,
And,
well, the thing is,
there's a lot of negativity out there. We just have to
yes,
stay in the light, and that's what's going to
yes,
heal us all. And
yes.
it will heal us.
Knowing that the light has already won. It's like now all we have to do is stand in our truth, share our truth in love and light. Don't argue, don't fight. Just share your truth. If they want to hear it, you're planting seeds, whether they hear it or not. You're planting seeds. Just share your truth in love and light, and always send them love and light. But I say, don't ever argue or fight with anybody. All that does is lower your frequency. You want to keep your frequency high. So you don't want them to, I'm up here. I'm not letting anybody bring me back down. I can see what's going on, and I send it love and light. And I will always do everything I can to help inspire others to awaken. But I'm not going back to that 3D realm. I'm staying up here in the 5D.
That is a great concluding statement for our wonderful event. But last thing is, I would like you to remind everyone about the tour, how they find out about it, how they participate.
Okay, right now we are putting together a website. I'm working on that. We're putting together a website that will have all the information on the tour. But right now where you could go is to Robert Steele's website, and you can get all of the information there. The tour website will be arise.world. Matter of fact, if you go to arise.world right now, what it does, it's pointing to Robert's site. But we will have, but before the tour actually
arise.world.com?
No, just arise.world. That's the URL. Just arise.world.
No .com or .us?
Nope. No, you don't have to. Now you don't have to have a .com or .
Oh, you don't. So if you put arise.world, that's it. You put that in your browser, any browser, even
any
Google
browser,
browser.
Any browser, even in your Google browser, any browser, if you type in arise.world, right now it's pointing to Robert's site. So it's going to take you to Robert's site. But once I build the website for the tour, it's going to have all of the information on the tour, which is going to start on May 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And then it's going to end on September 11th. And then again, we're going full circle. So we'll end in Atlanta, Georgia as well. We are not going to be giving out the exact location until 2 weeks before that event. So all of the information will be in one place, arise.world, and we will give the exact location of where the hotel is going to be. And because it's 2 locations to each event, there's the hotel where they're going to be doing seminars and workshops in the morning, and then in the afternoon, an outdoor event. So we will have 2 weeks before each event, we will have the exact detail to each event and who will be speaking there.
Wow, so amazing.
Yes.
All right. Well, I am so excited.
Yes,
to be connected. And again, that was serendipity. I just happened to be on the internet and I saw that Sasha and Robert David Steele were together. And I got on, I started listening to them, and then they brought you in, and that's when the light just expanded.
Oh, thank you. People have been telling me that all week. So that just meant
I'm not kidding. I mean, those guys are great. Don't get me wrong. I was excited. But then when you came in, it's just like, woo.
Yes, and I feel like I'm the sandwich in the mid. I'm in the middle. Robert's here, Sasha's here, and I'm in the middle of the 2 of them. So
well, listen,
it's great. I love it.
I'm so glad. I don't know if you've met Richard Mack in person yet.
Not yet, but I will.
Yes. I've worked with him since 2012. I helped him put together his first constitutional sheriff convention in Nevada.
Awesome.
Our group, and so I've known Richard in person even before that, actually.
Yes.
And he's a wonderful human being. He's very, what am I say? It's like there's an innocence about him, purity about him.
I like that.
And I think you're gonna really like him. And like
yes. Well, we're going to be doing another live stream tomorrow with Sheriff. I believe. I'm not going to. I'm not sure if Sheriff Max is going to be It's going to be on that one, but we're going to be doing a live stream every Sunday, 12 p.m.
Okay.
Last week was the first one, and we'll have another one tomorrow, 12 p.m.
And how do they get to Arise? They just go to arise.world?
No, you won't see that there. I know we did the live stream last week on YouTube. YouTube took it down within a day. but you can still see the whole thing on BitChute. There should be another YouTube link if we can, because Sasha's being so censored. So if we can, if not, it'll be on Sasha's website. I'll let you know as soon as I know. Because I know we're doing a live stream. Because of the censorship, it's hard to tell you exactly where it's going to be live streamed to.
Boy,
but
thank God for BitChute, huh?
Huh? It
Thank
always,
God
yes,
for BitChute.
yes. Even my shows now are on BitChute, because I put just the intro, because I don't want to lose my YouTube channel. I put just the intro on YouTube and give them the link to BitChute to see the whole show. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Caroline.
Thank you.
Enjoy meeting you. Enjoy having you on our summit here. And
Thank you.
let's continue to work together
We
to
will.
bring the awareness of oneness to everyone.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
To wake up to who we truly are, which is all one family, just love and light. Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so
Thank you.
excited.
Thank you so much for being here.
Okay.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
everyone.